Let's talk about that shit you tried to put me on, the heel shit.
Oh, the heels.
Let's see if you could tell me enough about that shit to even get me interested in enough in it.
Well,
because so let's check this out. I was listening to Pat McAfee earlier, right? Shout out to Pat McAfee. I love all the shit you do on YouTube, Pat. You be killing that shit. All the shit with the WWE.
He's just a fucking dude. He's a guy.
He's a guy. Big fan, Pat. He's a fucking guy.
He's a dude. Hammer Don.
All right, so Pat, you had an interview with James Harrison earlier, and James Harrison, it was today.
Oh shit, I didn't even see that.
He did an interview with James Harrison, and I'm like, yo,
who's a massive man, by the way,
massive man,
huge fucking boulder looking.
Go watch James Harrison work out on Instagram.
Hits just boom,
crazy fucking workouts.
He looked crazy. The workouts and like him running over people. Watch that shit.
And I'm kind of a Steelers fan, so. Always was a big fan
colors.
of James
I used to
Harrison.
like the Steelers.
Good colors, black head coach.
Shout out to Mike Tomlin, man.
Gotta love him, bro.
They was talking about firing you last. Get the fuck out of here.
And shout out AB. Got a Super Bowl ring, man. Let's get it.
I'm not shouting AB out. You got your ring, though.
All right, yo. All right, so James Harrison was on Pat McAfee talking about
the show.
About heels. I didn't know he was in heels. And then it was like, all right, this nigga told me to watch heels. James Harrison is in heels. I probably need to watch heels. So I'm gonna watch that shit tonight. But let's see if you can make it sound better for me to go watch it. I'm gonna go watch it. So James Harrison's in it. Let's get it.
Okay, basic of the basics. This is on Starz. It's a wrestling show.
Mm-hmm.
In wrestling terminology, the good guy, the babyface, the hero, is a babyface.
Yep.
The bad guy, the villain, is the heel.
The heel.
Ric Flair, great fucking heel. Shawn Michaels, great fucking heel. Rock, heel. Triple H, heel.
Heel.
Bad guy. Just the bad guy. Like, you love to hate him. You want him to lose. But he's really good at making you fucking not like him type shit.
It's like the villain, you gotta have a great villain in order to have
Vegeta,
a good superhero.
Early Vegeta is a fucking heel type shit. Frieza, heel. Donald Trump, heel. The Joker, heel.
Heel.
Right, exactly.
You gotta have a great heel.
Everybody needs heel.
All right.
So, this fucking show. There's some fucking country bumpkins. These two brothers, they got left the fucking wrestling territory, and they got some big dumbass warehouse type shit. Like, their daddy started it or whatever. He eventually killed himself, but he used to be big shit back in the day. And
let's break down the wrestling territory. So, basically, a lot of people probably know wrestling territory is probably like WWE.
Yeah, it used to be a territory. It used to be like its own market, like the Northeast market, like this area. Like we're gonna run this. They're gonna run this building or these buildings every week. Mm-hmm. You know, for like and just make their living off that. Vince McMahon, WWE, he's the one that said, "Fuck all these territories. I'm finna buy all this shit. I'm finna get on national television, and I'm gonna be the one. Exactly. It's not gonna be a territory. It's gonna be the one.
Yeah,
type shit." So like a lot of territories died off, and everything else is independent now. So like it's fucking. This is an indie wrestling joint. So like they're in Duffy, Georgia.
What's like an example of an indie wrestling joint right now? Like
Ring of Honor, shit like that.
Okay.
TNA. Well, TNA wasn't really independent. That was like it was just not. Nothing's big. Nothing's close to WWF.
Exactly.
Only thing that's close is AEW, and they're still far behind. But they on their way. But so they're in this fucking country ass town. They fucking territory went to shit. And the big brother is trying to rebuild the shit, rebrand it. It's in modern day time, so he's using YouTube, all that type of shit.
Okay.
So he's the one that writes the scripts, and he plays the bad guy. He's the heel, and he's the champion.
Mm-hmm.
His brother is the baby face. Everybody fucking loves him, but he's actually fucking crazy. He's a terrible human being.
Right.
But he's fucking talented or whatever. So they're having a fucking feud. The fucking big brother knows the little brother isn't responsible enough to be the champion. The little brother wants to be the champion. Some fucking big shot from WWE comes in. He was like, if you have you do good tonight,
so
whatever.
They incorporate WWE in this shit.
Yeah, but they didn't say the name. They said up north. So if you know wrestling, you know up north. That's fucking Vince and them.
All right.
So they doing that shit. He's like, okay, I really want to win, but like, fuck it. I'm just gonna have the best match of my life. I'm gonna leave. You know, like he's gonna leave the town, type shit, and leave the brother with nothing. Type shit. So it's just us watching him try to fucking buy fog machines and GoPros and all types of shit to help
even
build
start his company. I gotta watch this shit.
It's pretty good because like I didn't want to watch it because even though I love wrestling, like the insides and the behind the scenes shit, I love all this shit. That's why I listen to my podcasts. That's why I'm actually doing one of these podcasts. But fucking, it looked cheesy. Like they look too fucking country, too white, and I'm like, it starts like, ugh, this just looks terrible.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't watch it. So I ended up watching Power twice, and then I was like. If somebody else had tweeted about it, I saw something that made me kind of like, okay, let me just give it a fucking go. Mm-hmm. Watched it. from the first fucking 2 minutes, I'm like, okay, I see where they're going from this shit. They going from the behind the scenes aspect. It's cool. I like it. And the acting was really good. Like, They got the dude from Vikings on it. They got the dude from Arrow on it. Fucking good shit. It's good. And
I'm
it's
gonna
like,
check it out. I'm really gonna watch it. I'm excited to see it. I fucking love like old school wrestling. I'm not too.
The new shit is terrible. So like that's why. And since they gave it up and everybody knows it's fake for real, fake. They give you like the behind the shit, and that's way more interesting than the fucking watching the match. Exactly. It's like, you know, why did he win? What does it do? Because
even when I listen to like wrestling podcasts or like behind the scenes, where it's about like the good days, but like the behind the scenes shit that was happening in the good days, like the dark side of wrestling shit. Like I love to see what happened behind the scenes for all these crazy matches and all the shit that went in like building these characters.
Yeah, like when everybody's saying that nigga Mankind get thrown off the top of the cage, right?
Like that was
the behind. I need to know the behind the scenes of that shit. Like what the fuck? Like how was he alive? Exactly. Why would y'all let that happen? Because JR, he breaks character. Like he says, "Oh my God, they've killed him." This nigga's having a match with Undertaker. He said, "Oh my God, they've killed him. Yeah. Somebody get off your ass, get back here, help this motherfucker." Like they fucking killed him. Like what have we done? Like type shit. Yeah. You feel me? Like, who the fuck is they?
What are we doing?
All the back people, like, gee, y'all just let this nigga throw himself off this fucking cage.
Crazy.
Instant. He could have died
bro,
so many ways.
That episode was so crazy, bro.
Yeah. All that shit.
Mankind's episode was so crazy.
If you've never seen that nigga get thrown off the cage, watch that shit.
I watched that shit live. I think I was watching that WrestleMania
I wasn't
live,
watching
bro.
wrestling yet. The first wrestling I ever seen, my big cousin was watching the shit upstairs, up front, and it was the end of Raw. And it was The Rock and Stone Cold. They was fighting on the bridge. This nigga threw this nigga off the fucking bridge. What is this? Like, this wrestling, this Raw. I'm like, what? From that day forward in 1999, I was watching wrestling until high school. I watched it till high school, then I got back into it a little bit like after fucking high school, like some college years. But that's because I like that behind the scenes shit. But yeah, check it out. Heels, it's good. Like you like Vikings shit. It's niggas, they got muscles and shit. It's cool. Like it give you an aspect like, okay, I fuck with it.